Hello and say hello to the superhero that I did not want to make whatsoever. Say hello to superhero Infinity. If you guys can't guess his name from his power, I can't help you. I'm joking. I'm joking. He has infinite power. Okay, and before I get to his lore, I am going to let his power only be based off of anything that has to do with energy and people have energy in them. So I'm not allowing him to make, I don't know, like so basically he'll have a few other abilities like um making energy souls, constructs, um some form of energy abilities. Um Apparently you can use energy to become intangible, so I guess that's something he can do. You can also shoot blasts and fly and stuff. But to his lore. Now, I did want to adapt his lore from the original way I made his story so many years ago. And the original story is that a meteor fell, and that's how he got his powers. Now, I'm still doing that, but I have a different way of doing it now. I've been really thinking about it too. So he gets his power from, yes, a meteor that falls not near him, but somewhere to the point where he sees it and he walks towards it. And it's this glowing, beating rock. And yeah, it's a meteor, right? But it's not a meteor that's from, well, it's from space. It's a meteor from a planet. A planet that got destroyed years ago and found its way there. A dead alien species called the Forsha. A difficult name, but the Forsha is an alien thing where basically they have energy. They have infinite energy, and they use this to prosperously grew their land and to their earth and learned how to do some impressive stuff. Um, it seemed like this meteor had actually a lot of remnants of the people who died there, because when they die, they disperse into energy, and basically they're just bones on the ground. And that little piece had a lot of energy in it, but that when he touched, well, before he touched it, it went into his body, sucking up and transforming him. This gave him the power of, well, infinity. Also, his name will be, no, we're gonna call him Flint Rider. Okay, whatever. Flint Rider, and he he's not known for doing anything. He's a what 20? He's 24. He has a job. He works in welding, and he actually does sewing in his spare time. So he kind of used his suit. But he also made a few friends along the way. So he was able to get them to put some tech in his suit to prevent him from exploding. Because how much he releases his energy, he does sometimes have trouble with controlling it, and makes himself explode. Well, it makes the energy explode from his body, releasing it and sucking it back in. Basically, a constant blowing explosion. So yeah, and like I said, I'm just giving him the power of everything that has to do with energy, but being contained from inside, not. And I'm not giving him the power of rewriting reality or anything like that. So anything that's energy based, that's basically his powers, and that's how I'm basically um, twisting him from Captain Marvel. Now, the only reason why I did not want to make this character, and I said I was going to talk about it today, is generally just because of the fact that I really did not want to make this character. When I made this character, I had trouble trying to limit his power when I was first starting out making superheroes, because Infinity is very hard to loosen it, because as soon as you loosen it, it's not Infinity. As soon as you give it a weakness, it's not Infinity. So in other words, you have to find a way to balance Infinity and not make it so goaded. And so yeah, and I was like, you know what, forget it. Okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And so I did it. And my only excuse for him being so OP with infinity power, is Captain Marvel. She's my only excuse, and that is what I'm gonna say. Okay, and the reason why, and I will say like 3 reasons, and that's it. Okay, and then I'm gonna end in the TikTok. Okay, number one, in comic books and in movies, she does not have a limit with her powers. She was able to absorb the Infinity Stones. She was able to restart a star, what basically is in the comic books, by the way. And also, there's even one that says that she stopped the black hole. She doesn't have a number, and Marvel has never made a comic, as far as I know, that says the limit of her powers. She just has infinite. So, in other words, she is my excuse. Because if she can be infinite, I can have an infinite character, okay? That's my only excuse. Number two, other than that, is the fact that she does not have that many feats. In the episode, in the movies, the only thing that really stops her from being so goated in the show movies, is morally just because of the fact that she has mental issues for real, and she basically has a lot of the world hangs around my balance attitude. That's the only thing that stops her from being goated. Without that, she's basically God at this point. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, Other than that, I gave him a few abilities that she does not have when it comes to energy. So in other words, that makes him different. But he's basically my character is Captain Marvel without the with this a little bit more powers and a little bit more ways to use the powers than how she does it. Okay, that's the only difference here, and I feel like that's a good difference. Okay, if you guys have any inputs on that, please. So yeah, um, so see you guys later. This is the last. That's the last of the OG superheroes. I will be making new superheroes. I am still working on the holiday superheroes. I did make one. That will be tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, guys. See you later. Crimson Thunder out.